Hello. Hi there. Hi, who's here so far? Oops. Hey, Maria, how are you? I need a new computer. I really do. How you doing? Hi, guys. How's everybody tonight? Just got back from the hairdresser. Well, that's exciting. Maybe you should be doing the live and not me. I have no makeup on at all. Felice, you're here. It's like it's so late in Florida. You're probably like all tired out from the sun and having a good time. It's fun. Maria, did you change your hair? What did you have done? Did you get color? Did you get like a fancy do? Did you change it? Did you get it cut? God, I hope this works. Highlights and a blowout. No cut, trying to grow it out a bit. I just cut mine recently and I don't know what I'm doing with it. At this point, I'm just happy like that I don't have like this much roots right now because I've been growing, trying to get darker. You're hanging out at your parents, eating and visiting. That's so nice. We took my sister out for lunch yesterday. It was we call it the double nickels birthday. And we went up to, Felice will know where this is. We went up to Lake Forest and we had lunch at La Colonial, which is like fancy Vietnamese, sort of French influenced, but it was so good. But I mean, lunch for 3 people, you could like have lunch for 95 people most places. So it was really fun though. We had a great time. We went shopping and it was fun. It was nice. Love just like hanging out with like my fam, you know. My mom and my sister and I would get like so little time, just the 3 of us. It's nice. You love La Colonial. Oh my God. My mom just texted me that she was eating the leftovers, and my dad was like, yeah, I'll eat something else. And she was like, fine, more for me. A friend of yours in California pays a fortune for her hair, about $500 each time plus tips. Is it like that everywhere? I'm going to go with what does she have done? Because it depends on if she's getting color or a cut or extensions or a combination of all of those. I think California is probably the highest, but I pay a lot. I want to say that color cut blowout for everything Am I getting any treatments done to my hair? Am I doing any keratin, extensions, anything? Color ranges depending on if you have highlights or if you have a single process or if you're doing balayage. And it's my hair for colors usually between 150 and 250 maybe. Blowout for me, I pay 50, but I give her a big tip to not pay more. It could be more. And then for a cut, I haven't really just had like a haircut in so long. I'm trying to think of how much it was. Maybe 100, 120 maybe. I think it depends on where you go also. Like if I was in downtown Chicago, I would probably be paying more than I do in the suburbs, but it depends on who you go to. Extensions get really expensive. What do you guys pay? I want to see your hair, Maria. Can I put a little invite on here for you? Hello, whoever just came in. Hi. I want to see the hair. So you guys, anybody that's been crying, you pay between 2 and 3 for all 3 services or for each one? The green palette, the YSL, launched at Nordstrom about 20 minutes ago. There's a link in my stories. They have the red one also, but I'm not really great with red eyeshadow. Part of what I wanted to talk about tonight. $250-ish in the Northwest Burbs for all 3. I think it depends on who you go to, how long you've been going to them. Are they the owner? More if you get a treatment like a Brazilian blowout. Exactly. Like if I get keratin, it's more. If I get extensions, it's more. Depending on how much color I need, that's more. It's like it never ends. Hello, everybody. Say hi in the comments. So you guys, I've been doing a lot of thinking and I've been doing a lot of procrastinating, I think, but I've also been doing a lot of thinking. I'm coming to you guys like without any makeup on. I did put a little eyebrows on. I will admit that I draw the line at eyebrows. At my eyebrows are still in the 90s where I left them. So I've been thinking a lot about just, I guess, oh, hi, I'm live. So I want everybody to start feeling positive again about like the whole beauty environment right now. And I think there's been a lot of change happening and a lot of growth, and then like a lot of like the back and forth stuff with how people feel about influencers or content creators. Do they do tutorials or do they just show you the new stuff? It's a lot right now. And the whole reason why I backed off of YouTube, like I talked about, was I just couldn't compete. I couldn't be first. Hi, Sylvia, how are you? I couldn't compete. I couldn't get the stuff fast enough. I couldn't get my things up fast enough. I couldn't get views being new. Getting it pushed forward was really hard. And I just sort of got disenchanted. I wasn't finding it enjoyable anymore. And so I stopped and I just did my Instagram and I looked and now it says like it's been like 9 months since I made a video and I'm ready to start. And I want to talk to you guys like about what I'm thinking and how I want the channel to go. And I really do want your feedback on this. Like, I really want this to be like a back and forth discussion. But I want to start out by saying that everybody here can become their own beauty filter. What do I mean by that? I don't mean an anti-haul. I don't mean a no buy or a low buy. I don't mean a project pan. I don't think anybody has to be punished for buying something or not buying something that they did or didn't want. But I do think that what we purchase needs to be really like heavily curated and heavily picked apart and really hone in on why we're making the decisions that we're making about what we're purchasing and what we are not purchasing. If this had been before, when I was posting a lot of videos, I would have bought the YSL green and the red, even though I would never wear the red myself. I would want to get it and put it on and show it to everybody and have it and put it away. Well, I just think that that is just such a waste of money. When you're not getting PR and you don't qualify yet for ad revenue and stuff, it's just, the affiliate links just are like so small. I couldn't get any footing and I couldn't figure out a way to do it and also, you know, make a few dollars or at least not lose, you know, a ton of money. But if I bought like a normal person, well, a normal beauty addict person, I would feel good about it again. So I do want to say that I'm not the police. I'm not saying you have to use everything in your collections. I'm not talking about any of the guilt that you feel about stuff that's sitting in drawers or collecting dust or whatever it is. But I do want us to take a look at everything through new eyes. And the first thing that I want to say is that I want to be intentional. Like, we are bombarded every day with so much stuff. I feel like it's a nonstop advertisement. Do you guys feel that way? What do you do with my water? Do you feel like all day long it's ad after ad after ad, watching the same thing over and over from different people? Do you guys see the same thing in your feed? Because I do. If I happen to click on something for the wrong thing, I mean, you get it for like, they hit you hard and you have to like go really, really fast through it so that you can get out of that like algorithm snarl that you have. I just want to say everybody's a grown-up. Everybody can decide, hey, I try to purchase products that aren't hitting a popularity peak. I like that. I like that a lot. So I'm trying to think of a way to phrase this, and what I'm calling it is intentional beauty. Like, I really want to be intentional about the decisions that I'm making and why I'm making them. Some months, maybe it's financial. Some months, maybe it's you need to do this for mental health. Sometimes you just see something that you want and too bad you're getting it and that's the end of the story. It's like there are different reasons why we buy things. But at my age, I want quality. I'm going to say it right now. I like the luxury experience. I like beautiful, weighty packaging. By the way, I want to try this with you guys. I haven't tried it yet. It's the new Natasha Denona bronzer. But I love the experience of just the whole luxury feel of everything. I like taking something out that's beautiful. It is what it is. I'm being super honest about it. We are bombarded, Felice. Yeah. And it's almost like, well, we are bombarded. I love it. It's incredible. The amount of people that are on right now that are pushing product, and also just the amount of product. And what I started thinking about was, like, when we were younger, makeup would come out like in a collection. Like, you would walk into the department store and it would be the new fall collection, and you would go and take a look at it. And it was, an eyeshadow, kind of like what Chantecaille does, like they do like a little collection, or like Suku does, like they do a little collection of a few things. With Sephora now, it's a SKU by SKU thing. It's like they come out with one product and launch it, one product and launch it. Except, like, if you haven't noticed lately, we've had quite a lot of blush. Like, I am flush with the blush. How about you guys? And there's more coming. I just saw 2 more blush. I saw Elia's coming out with blush. And what's the other one? Oh, there's more Dior blush, because they haven't given us enough blush yet. Sorry, I'm eating an ice cube. Okay. I didn't know what to do with that. So clearly I'm not a minimalist. I feel okay about saying that. I like quality. I like to buy what, feels good. Heaps of blush. The one thing about living here, I can't get all the new things all the time. So that's a good thing. Honestly, it is. I didn't think that this was coming. This stinking green eyeshadow that I better wear the shit out of. I want to just like, it'll be on me 24/7. I love the YSL formula. So if it's like something that I would want to wear, I'm going to buy it, because I know that like 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a great release. It's just a beautiful eyeshadow formula. It's soft, it's buttery. There's lots of different textures, and I just love it. I think they're doing such a good job redoing their product line, and I see them getting elevated all the time, and it's really nice. I think there's a lot of really good makeup out there right now. It's amazing how much there is. At any given time, when you go on Sephora, they're showing you like 5 or 6 things that are app only. I'm reducing the number of creators I follow because I feel so many are doing the same thing and pushing the same things. You, Maria, Rebecca, and Liz are all genuine. Love and meet too. Yeah. It's one of the reasons why I don't wanna go to TikTok ever. The only way that I would go is if when I'm gonna try something new for editing so I don't have to use crazy complicated software. I'm gonna try using something called Descript, and you can actually edit Word documents. It's like I can go back to being a teacher and just eliminate stuff with words. You can get rid of all the ums and, all that kind of stuff that you want out, and it'll give you like shorts that you can just put on immediately. That would be literally the only way I could do it. I went on TikTok, when was it? Monday? What day is today? Tuesday. Maybe it was Sunday. I can't remember. I was looking at the new blushes that are coming out from Summer Fridays, and they were app only, and they're launching in store. There's a lot of stuff apparently being launched in store at Sephora on Thursday. And ooh, I'm so sorry, you guys. Hang on. Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. I had foot surgery, and if I like turn my foot the wrong way, sometimes it'll like freeze up, and I just like have to like give it a second. I'm so sorry. All right, what was I saying? We're getting bombarded. Oh, the blushes. So I went on TikTok and I looked, I put the name of what it was, and I saw like, 20 girls that were probably could be my children. I guess they could be my children at this point. And, they're all showing me all the blush colors and stuff, but it's like, I don't know who they are. I don't know what kind of videos they make. I have no relationship with them. And I don't know how you make one on TikTok with like 2 seconds with the people. So I just want to say that. I think when it comes down to it, you have to create your own style, and everybody has a different lifestyle. Like, I'm in sweats today. Like, I just wanted to be comfy. Ooh, I froze. I just want to be comfy. I just wanted to run around and get a few errands done and talk to you guys. I didn't feel like putting on anything today. We are moving very, very quickly into holiday and fall. Did you guys see that they've already shown us what Hourglass is doing for their palettes for holiday? Is this like a new record? Is this Christmas in July? Because that's what it seems like. Seems early, doesn't it? And what did you guys think? And what do you guys think about their new eyeshadows? Those little quads. See, I'm getting sidetracked, but these are important subjects. Has anybody seen them? Should I pull them up? It does seem earlier each year. It really does. I think that was my son, like peeking in here. Let me pull this up. I have like an extra screen today, and it's making everything freeze. Do I keep freezing? Okay. Let's pull up a meat. She is the best. Okay. I think I have to close this first. Sorry, guys. Okay, here we go. least I know kind of what I'm doing now. Let's see if she's got them up here yet. Yeah. They're very, very pretty. What did you guys think? Off topic. Nice. I've just rediscovered Lancome after a bazillion years. They're having 30% off just today. Are there any must-have makeup items? I have a couple of shadow palettes LE did for them. Did you get their bronzer, the really, really pretty soft bronzer that they have? Shade number 1 is gorgeous. Let me grab it. They also have great mascaras. Like, if you don't smudge, this Idal Flutter Extension Mascara is so gorgeous. I'm going to put it on for you because I have no makeup on right now, just to show you how crazy the amount of length is. Let me make this small for a second while we're talking about Lancome. It's got one of those little wands that is kind of plastic, like with the little teeth. I love it, but I have to be careful with it because this does transfer because I just wear so much skincare. But you're going to freak out from one little coat. It wasn't clumpy. It just like goes on like each lash. You get like a really fanned out look. It almost looks like you're wearing flutter extensions. I think Lisa Eldridge does a great job. They've got some really pretty eyeshadow palettes that are on there. I do like their concealer. I haven't tried one of their foundations in eons. Anybody else? This is still just one dip. Look at the difference. It's kind of crazy. Five-pan eyeshadows are gorgeous. Bronzers in your basket was wondering. You have Flutter mascara, so pretty. Can they beat their scattered lights? The new eyeshadows will have to be wow to buy those. Yeah, Becky, I agree. I love my scattered lights. The reason why I like them is because they don't emphasize any texture, which is crazy for something that's sparkly. This one is the Flutter, the Idol Flutter Extension Idol. Comes in the, let me pull this down. It's really, like, I didn't curl my eyelashes or anything. It just really, it does the trick. And if those two eyeshadow palettes, that Cafe Crush one that just came out, looks like a winner for fall to me. I remember swatching the one that was from the Louvre. Is that what it was at the holiday last year? The Louvre? Why do I think, is that weird that I think that, or am I right? I don't remember. This is such a good mascara. It's also, if you know like which mascara you really like, the Nordstrom, they always do that mascara sale where you get like 2 for 1, and it's great. They layer really well on top of each other and the shadow transforms them. I love it. You know, it has to be good if Lisa Eldridge is like still at the helm, you know? Also, they just came out again with their Juicy Tubes. That good old sticky lip gloss that, I'm sorry if it sticks in your hair, but Oh, wow. So the other day, I had my mascara in my bag, and all I had with me was this lip balm. And I'm going to show you how you can do your entire face with a lip balm. That's the level that I'm at today. This one is called Tender Tides. This is from Phytosurgeons. If you're not familiar with them, they're like a little indie brand out of Canada. Nicest guys ever. And I literally put my Tender Tides on. Wait, no, soft Tender Tides. I don't know. Maybe it was soft swells. I don't know. Then I put it on as a blush. Not kidding. And then I put some on my eyes. And just did one of these. So if you're stuck like on a deserted island somewhere, just all you need is a Phytosurgeon's balm. And you got a whole face of makeup. Are there any? Oh, I also just saw Bloomingdale's is 15% off almost everything, including like the Prada highlighters that are $90. So that's $18 off of that. Isn't that fun? Becky, you're funny. I was teasing the guys. I sent them a picture of myself with, this is my only thing that I have on beside mascara and eyebrows. They were dying. Why do you have a crown? What kind of crown? What kind of a crown? I don't see any crowns. Is it a crown on your screen? I don't know. I want to show you guys this. Aren't they beautiful? I don't see any crowns. Do you guys see crowns? I just don't. So that's pretty. At least it's not, you know, totally for light skin. I don't see it next to your name, no. Do you guys see that? I have no idea. Look how beautiful these are, though, this year. I didn't like that, like, the selection last year was kind of, There's a lot of people that love these and buy all of them every year. Like, you can bet your bottom dollar that Rebecca it will come through on this for all of us, that she will have it before anybody. She just does. I don't know how she does it, but she does it. So it's interesting that they did 4 palettes this year instead of 3. The swan is amazing, isn't it? And I feel like that is going to be great for deeper skin tones. Like, it's 2025 and they finally figured out that everybody's not white. So hopefully these are going to launch, and I can't wait to see their lash extension, you know, the one that's really, really long. I'm so excited to see what the brown is like, because it looks like a real brown, you know, like a deeper brown, not like a red brown or an orangey brown, like a real brown mascara. Because I'm not convinced that I'm ever going to wear one, but if I do, it will be tubing for sure. You love the 6-pen palettes. So how many people here get those every year, and how many people are just fine with what they have? Especially since you just got to make your own 4-pan. Do you guys like the singles? Do you want me to show you any hourglass? Is that like a thing that we want to do one week? I have all the scattered lights. I do not have a lot of these palettes. At least one that you like to buy every year. I go back and forth. You have the Louvre palette, gorgeous. Well, there's a new one that she did. Does anybody know what it was called? This year's Lisa Eldridge. It was very, very beautiful. Does anybody else have Lancome? Unfortunately, can't use Hourglass. Their powder gives you horrible breakouts. You know what? It's so weird. Cafe Crush, yes. Do they still have the Celestial Rose? Ooh. Because that was a great palette. See if it's on there. You know, there are so many good powders now. And I was just talking, I think it was before you came, that YSL is really filling that gap. They've really kind of crawled up into everything, haven't they? Like they're doing so many things. If you cannot do Hourglass powders, there's the meteorites are beautiful. Chantecaille does amazing finishing powders. You can still find them online. Gave the Celestial palette, included in the 30%. That's great. Oh, you have it. And it is included. Okay. Cool. I'm going to take a look before I go to sleep. I'm just dying that YSL palette's finally coming. You use Valentino. See, and it's so funny. I bought their blush. Oh, not their blush, their bronzer. I waited for so long because they had like that silly purse that was the V with the gold, like the gold handle. It was like $200 and something, and you get like a little bronzer with it. But they did have like a little refill pack, and I bought it. And the scent of that just makes me itchy. It just does. I don't know. Everybody's got their thing. Hourglass is not the end all anymore. And also, there's a lot of like little newcomers out there that I'm really rooting for that I think are doing very well in the space. You see them as like little end caps, and they get more real estate as they put more SKUs on and sell more product. It has got to be absolutely horrible to be in Sephora, like in some ways, because they kind of tell them what they should be releasing. And that feels disingenuous to me if I was the creator. What do you guys think? Should it be up to the brand? Okay, I want to get back on this little topic for tonight. So I've thought a lot about my purpose with makeup, when I'm using it, what I use when I am using it. And if you guys just think with me for a second, if you're running out the door and you have to look presentable, you know what you can go to, right? You've got like those couple of products that really will work for you, and you throw them on and you're out the door. Then you have like your, I want to be cute today. I'm going to be running around, probably going to see some people, not like a full face or, full beach or anything, but put some makeup on and, get rid of those dark circles and, look alive. And then you've got like, okay, I'm going to work. And this is my work makeup. And this is how I can appropriately look at the job that I'm at, whatever that is, because it's different for everybody. And then you have date night makeup. And you have girls' night out makeup. Like, we love to be like fun when we're putting our makeup on with other girls around. And then you have like all the special occasions, the weddings, the anniversary parties, the bar and bat mitzvahs, the quinceañeras, like all the fancy parties, holiday parties, stuff like that. You have that makeup. And I bet you guys are all thinking in your head right now that it was a different skin, maybe a skin tint, and then maybe up to like a sort of medium low coverage. What's your take on a low contrast and high contrast? I'm a little confused. I'm going to put a pin in that and put that right here. Hang on. I think that we all have like different kinds of makeup in our heads that we use, depending on what it is that we're doing. Usually you've got like stuff that's kind of sitting out that you've just bought, like next to me right now. Just, things that I've been using lately. The easy to grab stuff. My take on low and high contrast makeup. So I saw Kaki's video. Did you see Kaki's video about that? Because I've been seeing a lot of stuff lately since she posted about high and low contrast. I am definitely not an art major. You don't want to see me draw anything, or I don't know, like I could make like a pot holder at camp or whatever. I can dip little candles, but no. Okay, she does have a whole video about it. Kaki has an art degree and she knows a lot about it, and she was showing how like on half of her face she did one kind of makeup and the other half she did like high contrast and low contrast, and what she had to do to make adjustments for it. And it's sort of like bronzer. This color, this is number 1. I have not worn this yet, but it blends out so beautifully. And on some people, this would not show up. And on some people, this would be like super, super tan. And on some people, it would maybe look chalky. I think that depending, hold on, what did I do? Hang on. Okay. Depending on if you have blonde hair or dark hair, light skin, dark skin, I personally gathered from her video that she feels she is low contrast, that there is not a big difference between like the color of her face and the color of her hair. Hi, Heather. You got the notification, but it says you uploaded 42 minutes ago. Okay, well, welcome to the party. I'm wearing one lip balm today. So we're getting through talking about intentional beauty and where we are standing on this. So the high and low contrast, I guess, really depends on the difference between your features, your hair. I mean, I don't really consider myself low contrast because my natural color is dark. My eyebrows are dark. It just depends on what you think looks good on you. What's a concealer for one person would be a highlighter for another. Maybe, if somebody put on the color that I would need for a contour, it would just look like a great ashy stripe on them. I think that the older we get, the more we realize and recognize what we look better in and what we should be wearing. But I still like to take some chances and some risks, even though I am an admitted neutral mostly person. I still like a little sparkle, but I guess I don't think it's low contrast necessarily as much as like those Danessa things that just came out. Wow. If anybody saw Lexi's video that she did, I think it was a What Was She Buy video. She had on the Danessa. She mentioned it, and oh my goodness. It was very sparkly and really, really pretty. But am I going to wear that? I don't know. I'm not sure. So part of what I feel like we have to do instead of project panning ourselves and punishing ourselves and making us finish eyeshadow palettes or, doing something that doesn't feel natural. I'm not telling anybody to go on a no buy or a low buy, and it doesn't matter what your budget is. What's so true? Which one? Which part? Which part? I am so thirsty today. It's crazy. All right, keep typing your comments so I can put them up there, you guys. The first thing that everybody has to do, in my opinion, and this is all my opinion, and I want you guys to know that I'm putting together like a whole spreadsheet that you guys can have. It's just not ready to go yet, but I have my list. You have to determine what's in your collection. If you have drawers that haven't seen the light of day, unearth them. Be a paleontologist and go through all your fossils. You figure out what looks better on us as we age. And it changes, right? Like what you think would look good and what actually looks good can be different. Just bought the Ceracril Concealer and Essence. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. So true, probably won't get much wear out of the DM sticks. And I'm not even saying that that's not something that you should buy, because I don't believe that I'm going to be telling anybody that they should buy something. I mean, if I love something, I'm going to express that and tell you it if I don't like something. But I feel like beyond just seeing the people that you like to watch put the makeup on, there's still so much to be said for going and trying on or ordering the darn thing and returning it if you can, and being really, more careful than we've been, I feel like, in the past. Maybe, you bought a little too much and you knew you did. And I'm not here to count how many things you're buying or count your money. And I really, really, really want you guys to know that. Like, I realize everybody has a different month, a different year, a different job, a different everything. What your needs are and what my needs are can be really, really different. But there's such a huge desire for newness in our community. And what starts to happen, and what we talked a little bit about last time, was there'll be 20 videos about the fantastic, Hourglass palette that's coming out. And it's just overkill. And It almost helps me not buy it because it starts to look like I can't stand looking at it anymore. You'd buy one of the Danessa Myrix sticks for fun, a more wearable shade if you wanted it, but I don't know if that's really me. So I don't know. I know, and I don't know what color the glitter is. I can't figure it out. On that one, I do want to see swatches. I will look at anyone's swatches that has a skin tone similar to mine. I just decluttered. It was hard to part with so many beautiful things, but there were things that you bought out of FOMO. FOMO is real, and never reach for them after trying once or twice. Okay, we're shaming no one here. No one. Where is it? I have a Natasha Denona palette. I think I moved it. It's the warm one that she put out. I've used it exactly 0 times. Yes, we all do it. And as long as I'm taking away that feeling that I had applied to the peachy colored Chanel quad thing that came out with the big round pans that were all in like the peachy orangey family, I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it because I got burned on that other one with those tones that look horrible on me. So here I am at 57, still learning about what I'm doing. And just because I love Natasha Denona does not mean that every palette is going to be something that I'm going to get a lot of use out of. That's a hard thing when, I mean, over here, I have like almost every palette she's ever put out because I just love her. But I got to wear what looks decent on me and what I feel good wearing. You know what I mean? So this desire for newness is hard. And I think that makes creating content hard because in order to like build your channel with a lot of people, you have to show them a lot of stuff. And so the stuff that people want to look at is usually the new stuff. I remember when I was all about collecting all the ND until you weren't. Exactly. I think the only other palette of hers like that I don't have is the purple one that came out because I didn't think that it was really purple. Like it was just sort of purplish, but it wasn't like the good purple that I was hoping for. Like I still love my Lila's palette of hers that I think she could bring that back in her formulas now and it would sell out in 5 seconds. I seriously think that. Love it. So I don't even think anymore it's about creating a collection. There is a limit, isn't there? There is a limit. Everybody's got a limit. It's like the FOMO is so crazy and everybody gets themselves into such a frenzy. And yes, like most of us have been in the beauty community for a long time, right? A long time in YouTube. Roxa, yes, that one. I subscribe to your channel because of my application skills. Well, that is so sweet. And I'm still going to do demos and I'm still going to do all of these things. I am not the way I thought. Okay. I was a school teacher for a lot of years and I taught in schools that had no supplies, no money, you know, the kids, I was feeding them myself, that kind of thing. It didn't matter if I taught about dinosaurs or space. I could put the stuff that they had to learn in any package. You know what I mean? So I can use anything that comes out. And instead of focusing on the fact that it's new, I want to focus on the fact that you can do this kind of like a cool look with it, or what I'm planning to do. It was definitely not the good purple. Yeah, exactly. The only collection you genuinely growing is your brush collection. And again, I do work with the brushes and see, but it's also something that doesn't go away. You know, like these things are precious to us. And, you know, I still have this like wrapped in the paper, and, you know, I've barely used it. This is like one of like my really, really nice brushes. And there's a time and a place for all of it. And everybody's allowed to collect whatever they want. And there is like zero shame in anybody wanting to do whatever they want with their collections and with their buying. We are going to start seeing an like it's going to be obnoxious. They are going to put every single thing on sale, because it all has to leave now, because fall, winter holiday is it's literally there, and they need the space. Exactly, Michelle. I truly believe they're an investment and work of art. Exactly. Exactly. I get it. You know, there are so many. There are even pieces of makeup that are art that, like, I don't want to touch. Like, when the embossing is so gorgeous, am I going to buy that one and one to wear? Or what am I going to do if I have to swatch this? I mean, sometimes you get into like that headspace. And to be honest, has anyone ever finished a palette of anything? I'm not talking about like a concealer or mascara that I use up, but like genuinely used up like a whole entire Hourglass palette, or a whole entire, you know, Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette, because I have not. I asked a creator that I followed if she would just highlight one new product, not just all 5 new items in one video. She got mad and said she didn't have time to do that. You know, that's why there are so many options for all of us, right? Studio instability issues. You guys let me know if I'm like fading in and out, because there's like a message going across here. I haven't touched my 2 Dior Quince with the tiger embossing and the gold overspray. It's hard, right? And then you start to think like, well, am I going to open a museum of makeup? And where am I saving? Like, what are we saving it all for? What are we saving it all for? I get like the brushes and the heirloom kind of things that you can pass down and like they have meaning, but I use my old powders. Not that I'm saying that anybody else should, because you have to make that decision yourself. You've not finished a palette since the makeup bag days. Yeah. I finish lip stuff, you know. I'll get through like a whole gloss. Get that lipstick, you know, like almost down. Mascara. I think you use it until you can't. I definitely have used up liners, you know, like the satin Kajal liners that I blow through like the black, because I always use it like on my waterline. 10 MAC single eyeshadows that are almost empty. And that is fantastic. I think if that's your goal, then awesome. I am not a finisher. Becky, that's exactly what I do. I love reviewing and spotlighting individual products or occasionally an entire collection. Some products truly deserve their moment, but they often get overlooked. I think what happens when the creators get bigger, and I know this like from just hearing Rebecca, talking, if you guys haven't seen her video, you got to go watch her video today because she did a whole thing about where PR started, what it was for, and what it means now. But one of the things about getting PR is that you feel like you have to give that makeup a spotlight, even if it's just a, show it to you kind of thing without an opinion. I love Rebecca too. And she's one of my people. I mean, she just is. We talk all day long and I love her to pieces. And she is a real editor who did real editing where they would get the entire collection from every single brand. And she said she used to take one of the tables at the preschool where her kids were at, and she would put all of her makeup out there and people loved her. They would go crazy and they would all, go shopping on the table. And that's what they used to do. Like they would send it to the magazines hoping that they would get selected to be in the magazine. Think about The Devil Wears Prada, which, by the way, I'm very excited about the next one that's coming out. I think it's so cool that they're all going to be in the movie again together. It should be fantastic. I mean, if nothing else, it'll be just, I don't know. I love that movie. It's one of the movies that I can watch over and over and over. It's just so good. Show me an eyeshadow palette if I cannot see a close-up of your eyes. Oh, why show it? Yeah, I get it. Also, a lot of people are using a lot of filters when they're filming. I know that, there's some really mean-spirited comments that you can get. You just have to have a thick skin. I would never walk up to somebody in a grocery store and say, wow, your wrinkles are really deep and that concealer that you're wearing, it was really ugly. I mean, who would ever do that? No one. Becky, do you know if there's a reason they can't showcase the product? For example, I have to be careful what I show because you're dealing with a stalker situation. Yes, I think that a lot of things need to happen with what is going to happen with our images. Everyone deserves respect. You're damn right they do. A nutcase. You got to be really, really careful. There are some really psychotic people and they leave these crazy messages. I always looked at it this way. Before social media, if there was like somebody kind of nuts in your town and they were just kind of crazy and it was whatever, you knew who they were. Now that person can connect with all the other people on the internet that are just like them or people who prey on people like that. People can be so quick to tear each other down emotionally when it comes to being online. It is very interesting to me how different the etiquette is of what you would be willing to say in person and what you're willing to say online. When I was first learning to be a teacher, someone said to me, Pretend like your grandma's in the room listening to you. How would you talk if she was in the room seeing what you're saying? Like the weirdo that tried to join my live last week. Yeah, I mean, I've got the boot button ready to go. It's just people are freaking nuts. And there are also people that are crazy with some of the makeup. They'll be like, why did you not put on, blah, blah, blah in this way? And I remember when I did my Chanel video that had the blue in it, and I was so excited about the blue that I did a look that really was like a blue eyeshadow moment. And everybody's so used to seeing me in neutrals. And I had the meanest, nastiest comments like, you should go watch so-and-so who knows how to use that palette. You're not using it correctly, as if there's a correct way to do it. So true. What did you miss last week? Oh, this crazy person that wanted to see more of me and not hear. Cecil, just want to show the newest products, but don't want to take the time to show application. I think what started to happen is that there's a difference between the people that were on, and I'm talking like back in the day. Let's think back to like Tati times when she was there, and Jeffree Star was still not a horrible human being and all of that. The beauty community was not professionals except for Lisa Eldridge. She was like that one first real MUA. If you go back 10 years and you watch one of her videos, it's still a good video. It holds up because she talks about technique and she inserts products to go with the look that she's doing, which is exactly what I want to do. And I want to be like, this is my new green eyeshadow. And I went in and I found this blush and I'm going to pair it with it. And I went and I was thinking, this is the kind of color that I would like. And to pull things out in a natural way where you can actually celebrate the things that we're buying and give them their little moment, However, I am known to go in and pick up something and see something else and see something else. And suddenly, I have a bunch of things that I'm really excited about. And I think that that should be okay too. Becky, it's so irritating to see that a lot with paid sponsorships to PR. I just want to say up front, oh my God, yes. I think he was always horrible and just hidden it until it wasn't. I'm going to have to agree on the Jeffree Star thing if that's what you're saying. But way back when, it was a lot of amateurs putting makeup on, and they gave us the full beat. You wore one of the LE makeup videos exactly to your son's wedding 8 years ago, all Chanel. Yes, yes. She is a makeup artist that teaches technique. And there are so many videos that are so unbelievable. Like, I remember I think it was when I had COVID. I was like laying and I was watching her videos and I was just clicking on some different ones because her videos really do stand the test of time. And she does bring in those newer products here and there, but it's like, she'll bring out the luminous silk because it's a great foundation and it stands the test of time. But I also think that it's really fun to get something fun. I feel like I watch different people for different things. Yes, and at different times of the day. You know, there's some people that you can just listen to. By the way, would you guys listen to a podcast about beauty? Or does anybody listen to a podcast about beauty? If it was also a YouTube video, would you tune in if I started a show or whatever? Is that something that you guys like? Do you listen to podcasts ever? I watch people for different things and for different moods. Tanya Wells is like a perfect example. If I want like some quiet Zen time and I'm just like, I just want to see some pretty makeup, and she always does such a beautiful job of applying it, I love to turn her on. But then sometimes like you want to see Babs, just try her stuff on or whatever. It's a mood, right? It's a mood. You feel like you watch different. So like, what do you guys watch people for? What are you looking for? Is it the same thing I am? Are you looking at the complexion and the color? Are you looking at how they're doing it? What are you watching? A lot are based off of if you feel a connection to the person. Unlike 5 years ago, you just watched everybody and you don't do that anymore. We don't even have time to do that anymore. I know some people that watch in like double time, listen to people really, really fast. I guess if you have to listen, you know. I think that everybody needs to figure out what they have, like that declutter that Felice just was talking about. It's hard. That's your money. You get mad at yourself for not using things. You feel wasteful. It's awful. But when it's gone, it is so nice. And if you do take the time to take the things that you couldn't return and donate them and clean them the right way or pass them to a friend, it does feel good. I watch Charlotte Holcroft because she is like your shade twin and she's freaking hilarious. Exactly. She's a vibe, right? There are people that are funny. There are people that are calming. There are people who you love the way that they do their makeup, or you think that they're your skin twin, so you want to see how it looks on you. There's a million reasons to watch, a million. But I think that I started thinking that I buy makeup for different occasions and different reasons. Like this little duo I got going, this like lightweight makeup kind of glowy thing that I've been wearing a lot of. I'm not going to wear this to like a wedding. I'm not going to, you know, I want, this is like a fast everyday stick. There are mascaras that I have in my collection that I'll wear for no makeup. But if I'm doing a look, I'm grabbing the Vaslash and I'm getting crazy with the mascara. Same thing with eyeshadows, with liners. When you go on vacation, there's certain travel makeup that you love to have. Lexi Zhang, she's around your age. She gets almost all of the luxury makeup and she's truthful and she lets us know if it's worth it. And best swatches right now. I was talking to Rebecca about this last night. How many people miss Temptalia? That woman worked to the bone, processing every piece. And this was during the heyday, like every single piece of makeup. She wore it. She tested it. She put it up. The whole dupe thing started because of, you know, being able to look at her swatches. She still has plenty of occasions that I go for a search and I look and I see what she put together. That is like a museum. What she accomplished was an absolute unheard of kind of thing. And Lexi's great because she always gets most of the collection, although I think she's getting a little choosier also. But she buys things that are not for just her skin color. She buys what she thinks are going to be cooler tones because that she knows they look better on her. But yeah, she's good. You're like my makeup big sister, and I definitely feel a connection with you. And I with you. And the whole reason why I came back was because I love the connection to you guys. I love talking about this stuff. I want to start a podcast where people who are makeup lovers, they're coming on and talking makeup with me. You know, I want to showcase the fact that each one of us has a gift within us that we could share with everybody else. I mean, Heather, you send me stuff all the time. Like when I'm looking for something, you're like, boom, 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 you're on that stuff. And I love that. And I love that, you know, Felice will check in with me during the day. Like I hear from Sylvia, it's great. It's so nice to be able to connect with people through a screen, which I don't think would have been at this level had we not gone through what we went through with COVID. I had to teach through it. So that was a lot. That was a lot. I want to go into fall with like a new clarity. And my clarity is going to be different from yours. And like right now, I can honestly say, I know that I shouldn't, but I will probably pick up some of those Dior blushes that are still coming. Felice, you're like my makeup little sister. No, we're twins, baby. Especially since your little sister doesn't wear makeup. Yeah, well, today I'm just not. I don't know. Michelle is genuinely real. Some creators are just too much. What they show online is often completely different from how they act behind the scenes. A lot of them aren't nearly as kind as they seem. I don't have time for shit like that anymore. I don't have time for bullshit friends. I don't have time for the things that are not feeding me and making me happy. Tomorrow and Thursday, I'm working at my friend's store, and I'm doing it because I love it. I love dressing people. I love when people come in and they're like, I need jeans. I don't know where to start. I'm a different size now. You know, like I am like, let's go. I love making other people feel beautiful. I'm one of those people who is really good at giving and have a really hard time taking. Really hard time. You didn't notice I wasn't wearing makeup? I put mascara on at one point. Thank you. You know what, though? Skincare is going to be a huge thing that I want to talk about. And I do want to tell everybody I am getting filler this week. I've had over the past, it's almost 2 years now, I've lost a tremendous amount of weight and I've deflated. And as much as I don't want to look overfilled because I'm not going to, I need a little right here. And so I'm going to ask him if I can film it. If I can't, I'll at least talk through the experience because I have not done that before. And it'll be interesting to see what I get out of that. Yeah, I mean, if I had surgery or whatever, I would tell you guys. I do get Botox. I also get Botox for migraines. So I get it like all like back here, like into like my shoulders. It's like a whole thing. I feel like there is a lot more genuine behavior online now, but I also feel like there are a lot of kids out there that are having their own stuff. Oh, that was weird. Okay. I don't know what that was. Okay. So I want you guys to think for a minute about your morning routine and your evening routine. Totally different, right? You're doing more probably of your actives and like sealing it all in at night, but during the day, it's more like skin prep and good SPF. Hopefully, everybody's wearing SPF. I want to look at the makeup that I'm buying, like, what am I going to wear this with? Or, God, I love this so much. I have to figure out what I'm going to wear this with. Like, it goes both ways, you know? I'm sorry, but if Tom Ford is going to put out a sparkly friggin' eyeshadow that's gorgeous, I'm going to buy it. And I'm going to wear it out for dinner. I'm going to wear it out with the girls. I'm going to figure it out because I love it. And that's okay. But I also need like I was thinking about like, what are my like real staple palettes that I have? I've got a couple Chanel's and a couple YSL's and a couple Suku's that are just going to go with almost everything that I'm wearing. I wanted to share what I love and feel passionate about and never expected that anyone would try to put up roadblocks along the way. It's wild. We live in a world where instead of lifting each other up, there's a lot of smashing each other down. And the way that people rip off material is just unbelievable. Yeah, it is. I think I think that I've gotten to the point where I'm enraged by things that are really big and not so much by things that are small, but we all wake up on the wrong side of the bed. We're all dealing with different hormone levels, whether you're perimenopausal, postmenopausal, whether you're getting your period for like 2 weeks. I mean, there's the whole hormonal piece. Then there's all the external stuff that's happening at you. Work, kids, husband, mom, dad, friend, blah, blah. The world. Everything happening in the world right now is stressful. That is why I also wanted this to be flowers and happiness and just for a little bit, like I want to be the place where you can tune it out. That's you, 2 weeks. Yeah. I don't want anyone to feel like I'm telling you what to buy, because I'm not. I'll tell you if I should have bought something, or if I should have passed on it, or if I'm like, if I talk about Corda anymore, I think that they're going to probably like stop letting me buy it. This stuff is the only thing that makes chapped lips feel good. Oh, and just wanted to tell everybody this. If you are looking to just feel a little extra in the summertime, I just found out that the Soleil Blanc from Tom Ford is in that little area at the checkout at Sephora in the mini size. I think it was $40. It was like such a crazy little indulgence. I don't think I would spend the money on like a big one, but the little guy, Yesterday when I got dressed, I put it on. It was like on my like collarbones and stuff, and I felt like $1,000,000. That is a reason to buy a product for me. Now, somebody else might be like, Michelle, you're nuts. I wouldn't spend that. I'm not going to buy that. And that is the beauty of this whole thing that I want to build. It should make you feel so good. Girl, you can get that at the makeup outlet. I'm sure you can. I'm sure I can. Absolutely should feel like a safe space, somewhere where your content can genuinely guide and support your followers or viewers. It's important to me that everybody here understands what the climate is going to be. I'm really getting there with my website. I've made a lot of progress this weekend. I am going to have an area where you're first going to enter, and you're welcome to view the whole, of my page, my website. There will be blog posts that anyone can read. In order to get into the chat area where you can talk, and I'm hoping for a plugin that's actually, you can get like live responses, because to me, that's the most helpful. At the beginning, it might just be strands, but it will be password protected. It will be behind a wall, and that wall is only your email. All I want is your email address, because I'm going to be sending out a newsletter every week about whatever it is that, feels right. Is it sales? Is it new stuff? Is it I'm bored with this? There's too much blush, or, the world is crazy. It might be a skincare routine thing. It may be a whole thing about one product. And it'll also give you what is coming to and what is going to be released. And if I have exact dates on things, I will put them in, because that's really important to some people. And I want to kind of keep the piece of that over on Instagram. And then I want to do more creative things with those items on YouTube. Do the application videos. Do the trying something new, doing a get ready with me, doing all of those. And I want to help everybody build a collection, or build a kind of, instead of looking at it in the whole, because I think that's overwhelming for some people, I want to look at those. This is a great 5-minute makeup out the door thing. Like my lip balm. I do love Phytosurgeons, I have to say. This lip balm is fantastic. I love it. But like special occasion makeup, how do you make your makeup last? And then what starts to happen is you get these conversations going, and on the website, you're going to be able to talk to each other, and there will be an expectation that, like, if you can't behave yourself, you're just going to get blocked. If you're trying to sell everybody a bunch of stuff, you're just going to get blocked. Like, I'm not going to put up with it. It's kind of like, it's very freeing when you get to be above 50. You're just kind of like, oh well, bye. Like, I don't have time. I don't have to be like the nice mom, nice to everybody. When your kids are still in school and you have to be so polite with everyone. I'm going to have shitty days too. And that happens. I want to have some daytime looks. I want to have some going out looks. I want to talk about why a different mascara might be necessary, because I do think so. Like, I think that there are occasions for different kinds of makeup. Everybody who's got special occasions coming up, I don't care if it's a wedding or an engagement party or an office get together or a girls' night out or date night with your person, whatever it is, we all have those things that are kind of special. And you know your makeup kind of changes with all of those things. What you're going to pull for the long-lasting photographs might not be the crazy overlined lip that probably won't age well. I'm going to love concealer lips forever. It's just who I am. And I don't care if somebody doesn't like that. Everybody should have their I don't cares. You know what? I bought it because I wanted to. It's just pretty. It's sparkly. It's, something I've been waiting for. I want to do a skincare Sunday in front of you guys where I go through my little routine of what I do on the weekly with my skin and hear what's working for you. And those are some of the places where the money really goes, is the skincare, right? Oh, thank you. I can't wait either. I think it's going to be really fun. Excited for the new brown hourglass. Me too. I want to try it. It's not boring. Mascara is not boring to me. Mascara actually is very important to me. And the minute it's like, this will be down my face soon because I do have some skincare on. It just starts to I start to look tired. Like everything gets gray when I'm not wearing a tubing mascara. Brown mascara is everything to you. For a lot of people, it was life-changing. And a lot of low contrast people look much better in a brown mascara. It's also the kind of makeup that you wear. Like if you're doing like a no makeup, but you're putting on like false eyelashes or whatever, it kind of looks, I don't know, like what the word is, not proportional to, the other stuff that you're wearing. But again, I could walk in here right now. Like there was somebody at the grocery store the other day and she didn't have a stitch of makeup on, but she had on a bright orange lip. That was it. Her skin looked nice. She didn't have any eye makeup on. She wore a bold orange lip and she was tan. And it looked great and good for her. Never use false eyelashes. Your eyes would be shut. Oh. I will never stop using my Grande lash ever again. Say what you want about the prostaglandin. I'm out. That's not going to be part of my discussions anymore. I want to talk about go-to formulas and why they're good for different occasions, like choosing something that doesn't have flashback for photography, things that will still look good when you open up that album and you don't feel like you're gonna, you like Lisa Eldridge, some of her older tutorials that show the how-tos. And you know what? Some of it, I just don't care. Like I see myself in those concealer lips with the hair up to here, teased with, just all this hairspray in, and it's hilarious. I love it. I love that I've already been through that and I don't have to do that again. You tried Grande, gave you a reaction, went to the Swede one. Yeah, my friend Molly got a terrible eye thing going on from Grande. I went off of it for a while and my eyelashes just went away and I didn't want them to go away again. So I just removed myself from the controversy of the conversation. I want to know, and I want everyone to know, what looks good on you. What looks good on you? You know what looks good on you. If you had somewhere really important to go, you have some go-to makeup. I know you do. We all do. And we buy those formulas. You have to watch the rest of the video tomorrow. Mark's on vacation. Mwah. Thanks for the comment tonight. We'll see you next week or this weekend if I come on this weekend. Bye. I want to start getting really in tune with my patterns. Like, it's kind of good during holiday for me because there's so damn much that I have to make choices. Like you have to be more decisive. You have to go with the flow. I mean, you can't buy it all. And those videos are important. And it is about seeing everything because those are the limited edition things that do sell out and blah, 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 blah. Like that'll be for everybody else. Then you can come over here and have some Zen time with me and I'll just tell you what I really think. The other thing that I don't want to do anymore is save things. Like I wind up, like I have certain lipsticks that I'll only wear on special occasions and that's fine. But like if you're going to buy the expensive whatever it is, like use it, enjoy it, love it. I realize that my Hermes palettes get like no playtime with me. I don't know why. They just don't. I tend to lean on my Chanel and my Suku the most out of everything. And Tom Ford, tons of that. And it's not about what I've spent. And lately, it has not been Natasha Denona, although in the past it has been. Shit goes bad, you learned. I know. Well, if it's not a powder, just go for it. And don't open too many mascaras at one time. And I'm also noticing lately that things have to really be closed. Like you kind of hear a click on some of it. Heather, have you tried the Westman Atelier I Want You mascara? LeBrun Cleans, one of the best brown mascaras ever. Well, there you go. We just got like a recommendation. See, that is what I love. I love that that can happen here. I want to keep it kind and loving like this. This is how we should act. This is how, it's how I was brought up. If you guys know what I mean. And my parents were and are amazing. But like, you respected the people that were older than you and you put your best foot forward when you went out of the house because you represented the family. It's all like in how you look at it. I do want to concentrate a little bit with everybody on what drives us to buy products. What makes it so that like today, literally the second that Amit put the green eyeshadow from YSL on it, I even used her link. I just clicked on her link. I'm like, damn, that girl has it going on. I used her link. I try to trade off and, use everybody's links a little bit and ordered it right away. Did I just buy another green eyeshadow palette? Yes, I did. Was I considering maybe even getting the green one from Charlotte after seeing all the swatches and everything? Yeah, I did. When I saw Rebecca's swatches, I saw that that was the best variety of greens out there. The most bang for your buck is going to be that Charlotte 9-pan. I've not tried the Westman Atelier. You love West Coast, Heather. I love it too. It's a great one. Oh, I missed this. Especially Tom Ford lipstick. That stuff went bad so fast. I kind of want the new West Coast and East Coast gloss, but I'm worried about them just going bad like the older lipstick formula that went bad in months. I think that they reformulated and like time will tell. I am noticing, and I want to know if you guys are, that it seems like the Dior powders are improving. I think that when they did their change and I bought their palettes and I was like, that's it. Like it didn't even build. I don't want something that's like, oh my God, it's got to be so pigmented. I like a buildable formula, but man, if their powders disappointed me a lot. But they are pushing hard. I feel like they've out launched Chanel from last year, and they still have the blushes coming. I just did a video. It's the blushes and what else was in there? Highlighters. I have to look. So pretty. It is. Yeah, I mean, I get excited about certain brands and certain colors, and I bet you guys do too. I bet that there are certain launches that you just watch for. Like I don't remember whose it was. It might have been Makeup on Your Radar. There was a Byredo tease, and Byredo did not put out their big palette yet this year. And I do love the big Byredo palette, and it's a big spend, and I feel like it's coming. I love those little hints that we get. It's good. There are, I want to be able to demo things and show you guys stuff and show you if when you blend it that it literally blends away or that it blends in, like I'm not afraid to show you that I am a person that has no plastic surgery and, went in the sun quite a bit. It's just how it is. How many things do you see on Instagram or TikTok over and over, and you feel like if you don't buy it, like it must be that it's the most fantastic thing because everybody must be buying it, and they bombard you with the same thing over and over. My whole house is a giant Lola blanket. I think I bought 6 of the Lola blankets. There's a coupon for them, by the way, right now. Not an affiliate or anything, but they have a 40 off, I think, going. But like I had to buy that. I had to buy a damn Lola blanket. And once I bought one, that was it. It's the only thing that we use in this house now. I don't chase the trends as much as I used to. I chase it, but in a different way. Do I own any Sydney Grace? I actually do. I have to look for it. I don't have, I gave the big palettes that were Temptalia, I gave them to someone who was in pretty bad financial shape and needed a little boost. And I gave her those 3 palettes because they were amazing. And it was like all you need. Like the quality is just so great. Definitely been pickier in the past year. 100%. I'm telling you, I think that they need to do more for us to get the money. And it's so interesting. I will tell you guys a story, and this is true. There was a foundation that Tom Ford put out, and I don't remember which formulation it was. This was probably about 5 or 6 years ago. They put out a foundation and, everybody went bananas for it. For some reason, I highlighted all the ingredients and I pasted it into Google. And wouldn't you know, with a few little tweaks, it was the same foundation from Bobbi Brown. And that's when I started to learn about how I'm going to do a whole video about this. There are very few big companies that swallow up all of these other companies. And they do it, and then they take all the research and development money and they can do like a real quick test on everything by tweaking a few ingredients, maybe making it a little bit more expensive or even less expensive. Doesn't matter which direction it goes, as long as they're sharing all the formulas. That's why I love the indies. I love that Natasha hasn't sold. I like that, well, Westman Atelier probably is going to get sold. Seems like she's trying to fill in SKUs now. I think Lisa Eldridge is very happy with the way things are right now. I don't see her selling anytime super soon, but I think she'll eventually do that. Phytosurgeons has no intention of getting swallowed up. There are a lot of brands out there, and keeping track of all of it should not be unpleasant, Just placed your first order with Sydney Grace yesterday, and I have to say the brand looks really promising. Their approach to color and formulation feels thoughtful and modern. I think it's fantastic company. I'm always a yes on the indie thing because I think it's amazing that somebody can come up with that. This girl that started the foundation that I showed you guys, I'm excited for her. This week's purchases were the CeraCryl concealer and essence, some clothes and bras, and everything I owned was too big on you, so you had to buy new stuff. I bought clothes this week. What else? Well, last week. I did not buy anything yesterday, which my mom and my sister couldn't believe because they both bought stuff. I just didn't find anything that I wanted to buy. I looked at the Nordstrom catalog. That was kind of pathetic to me. I don't know. I didn't see a lot. One of your friends absolutely swears by them, and since she's in Aries, I absolutely trust her judgment. She always seems to know what's good, genuinely excited to try everything out. I will tell you that your brushes will approve of the Sydney Grace formulas. You are going to be like in heaven. It's a very consistent formula. Heather, how's the CeraCryl concealer working for you? Are you still waiting for it, Heather? I thought you said it hadn't come yet. You're an Aries too and loved those singles back then, so I think you will love them. They're beautiful eyeshadows. It's not supposed to be here till tomorrow. So what they did was they took the moisture, the moisture source, and they made it into like a mini. It's like $35 instead of like $100. Plus, this thing weighs a lot. Like, I kind of went back and forth packing this in a suitcase because I was bummed about it. And I wrote to the company, I'm like, please give us like a little one. And I want them to put a sprayer on it. Like, I want to be able to spray it and pat it in. You're obsessed with Aries folk. You're married one. I'm such a Pisces. I'm an empath. You got the mini essence. I know. I'm excited. I'm ordering it too. Did you guys, any of you order one of the, I was just curious, from, I'm blanking on the name. I get so confused with the Fridays and the Sundays and the Mondays. The one that did the jet lag mask that I just said launched their blushes. Summer Fridays. Thank you. Summer Fridays. The colors looked amazing. And they're putting them out on Thursday. I had them all in my cart, and I was actually considering doing the whole lot of them because I thought they were all pretty. But I'm going to go swatch them and see what I think. I'm a Pisces, Michelle. You're the only air sign here. We need air. You got to have balance in this world, right? It's good to get to know other people. Summer Fridays. Yes. Yes. So I want you guys this week, if you don't mind, kind of just do like a little experiment so that you can speak to some of this. I want to know what you're noticing with the collections and with the influencers, or I feel like I'm more of a creator than an influencer. I really don't feel like I'm influencing anyone. It's really sticky. Oh. Okay. You felt it already? You saw the Summer Fridays in person? Heather, I need to know. It was getting like 5-star ratings for all the incentivized people that get it from influencer or influencer, whatever it's called. Hi, Rabbi Roz. The green is at Nordstrom. Did you see? The green is at Nordstrom. I feel like I'm speaking in code. Blonde hair will not be blonde if it sticks to it. You have no idea what your label, what would label my content. No, I'm going to tell you. We're going to talk about it. Yay, Rabbi Raz is here. Everybody's in the house now. Okay. I want you to look at packaging. Does it influence you? Does it speak to you? Does it make you love something or hate something? I think that I get upset when, like, a lot of the Charlotte stuff, for whatever reason, with the giant bows and the big gaudy things, and I can't, like, I don't love pulling this thing out, but at least it's like, something. But then you get like something with the heavy glass and it's a good feeling. You like it. I don't know. I want to know what you guys think about that. You saw someone that got them in PR and she straight says she wasn't impressed with them because they're basically the same as the sticks that they put them in a compact. They had a terrible stick that they took off the market, I think, the first year. I don't know. All the incentivized ones were like 5 stars. The colors look good to me, but I'm telling you, I'm holding out for that last Dior blush thing that's coming. I think it just looks so good. I do love great packaging, but if the products turn out to be disappointing, you have to stop buying it. Totally agree. But the good packaging is a plus for me. There's something about lipstick. I think it's because I'm not a person that doesn't reapply lipstick. I don't wear any of like that long wearing stuff. I don't like that it's not super hydrating, and I wind up reapplying all day. And I do like to take a nice one out. I really do. For me, not for like, hey, but for me. I like that feeling. I'm not going to buy any of them if they're sticky and icky. I can tell you that right now. Sticky and icky, neither one. So I want you guys to notice, like, what are you noticing in the beauty community? Are you same stickiness, left them in a compact, all about the packaging. I know. I just am too. I love Mob Beauty, but gosh, could they do a collab with somebody to make like a gorgeous lipstick container or something? Because I love their stuff, but it just doesn't feel luxe to me. It just doesn't feel like if I want to spend a lot, I want to feel like it's something, like you're paying for it, right? I would love for Prada and Hermes to not smell like perfume because you'd like to get a lipstick. The packaging is so pretty. We won't use it if it tastes like perfume. I know. I know. There are a couple lipsticks that I have that I put up with it because of the color. And weirdly, one of them is the Fenty. I don't love the smell of the Fenty, but there's one color on that gloss bomb that I just can't live without. You got them both. You do enjoy nice packaging, but the products are the most important. Mob Beauty doesn't feel luxe, but it does feel hip. And I love that they beat their own drum. I like, like they decide, they're going to go goth one week and then, pregnant and, sparkly down south in the next week. I love the eclectic part of what they do, but I also love watching them create, and I love watching how they're taking these formulas that we've been using for a very, very long time, and they're not very good for us, and they're making them in a way that is good for us. I am going to place an order with them again. I want to try these glosses out, and my lip liner, I start to get panicky if I only have like 5. I need like 12 of them. I need them everywhere. They're fun. So I want you guys to think about what is driving you to buy the most. Is it that you're watching for them to be released? Are you stumbling on it on social media? Are you getting ads thrown at you? Are there people that you follow buying those things and showing them to you? Are you walking into a store yourself and exploring? Are you looking at the things that you have from that brand and saying, what did I think of this? Was I disappointed? What was I disappointed about? Was it the shade or was it the formula? Has the formula changed? Has the shade changed? There's a lot of things that I want you guys to kind of just start to be a little bit aware of, like a little hyper like awareness. Did anybody ever learn about metacognition? Thinking about thinking, when you broke down like how you think about something and how you learn it. I think that there's metacognition to be had in the beauty space. And it's all of these things that, we've seen everything now, those of us who have been here for a while. And I want to just touch base and walk back through the things that are making us buy now. Because it's not commercials, not in the, traditional sense. Oh, wait. I heard the Prada lip balm doesn't taste or smell like banana. Same perfume, taste, and smell. So what was the point? And they sent out with PR with the banana. I'm a huge pass on that, by the way. You're not going to see it here. Mostly luxury beauty influencers like me showing you new stuff. I'm sorry. Heather, I've seen that too. Roz, I couldn't find the shade in the Lancome bronzer. So shade number 1. Oh, you guys, it's raining so hard. Hoping it would smell like banana, Laffy Taffy, or banana runs. That would have at least made it like really fun, right? There is a banana scented SPF at Ulta. It's either made by Kula or Vacation, and I can't remember which one, but it's banana. It's like, you know, like vacation banana, like banana in like a banana daiquiri kind of a banana. You were hoping the same. Yeah. There's a lot of buildup for products. I mean, when they put something out there, you know, the advertising matters. When I'm looking at MAC right now, let's talk about MAC. MAC was such a cool brand and such a forward kind of a brand. Very, very driven in technique, good formulas, real makeup artists working, doing things. It really changed makeup. This last ad campaign that they did with the nudes was phenomenal. And I loved watching it. I loved the renaissance. I loved that MAC is back. And that's why I like watching Mob, because he was one of the original formulators for MAC. And I feel like he brings that piece to the puzzle. Your favorite cool tone shade of the Lancome bronzer is number 4. The first and second shades are very light, and the third is warm. Interesting. I might get a darker one. I have number 1 and I like it, but sometimes I like to look a little bit more bronze. Although I will say, I want to hear what everybody else is thinking about their Farrah Hamidi this far in, because I'm going through this thing. I love it. I love it. I can open it. Let's hope, yes. Like I've already used so much of it. I don't care. Love it. I'm going to wear it a lot. It's so nice. They all blended into your skin way too light. The shade that was dark enough looked really weird undertone-wise. That's like the Armani's. That's why I bought the darkest one, because it had the undertone that I wanted. You're loving the FH bronzer. Obsessed. I know. I got to get another color. I want to get a second one. You're a no nonsense on the product balm. No. All the balms look the same on the lips. If you have one, you don't need the other. And I think you have either the blue or the green, so you're passing on the yellow. And the only one that I liked from theirs was, they called it clear, but it was like just like a pearl, just kind of like a nice little shimmer. I don't love their lipsticks as much as I would love to love their lipsticks. Does that make sense? I love Prada as a brand, and I think their foundation is one of the most universally loved by dry skin, oily skin, young, old. I think it's kind of a magical formula. There was an SPF lip balm that was so good at Ulta something balm. Sun Balm. That's the coconut. You got it. Sun Balm. Yes. Oh, and you already wrote it. Yes, Sun Balm. Heather, just pass it on. I'm sure you have the bronzers through love on you. I like the Farrah Hamidi. Me too. I love it. And I love it with my Armani. Oh my God. Together, it's like I actually look like I had real sun. The flavor Sunbum Balm used to taste so good. Felice, I ordered the FH bronzer. Can't wait to see it when you get home. I'm telling you, it's like a different, it's a new formula. It is nothing that we've seen before. And those of us who have waited a very long time to get a bronzer that really, really, really is for cool toned, light skin, we finally got it. Probably need a darker shade of the Armani. Don't love the one I have and never wear it. Oh, you got to get, let me grab it. Let me grab it. The Armani bronzers have the most distinct undertones. This is the darkest one, and it looks like it would be like, oh my gosh, you can't possibly. But I take a very fluffy, just any old brush. I have nothing on right now. And I'm very careful to tap off. And this is the one that has the reddish undertone. And it just, for me, it does the trick. It's not yellow. It's not too green. I'm going to put it on both sides just so I don't look crazy. But I feel like with a lot of these brands where you get a buildable formula, undertone is more important to me now than depth of color. It warms up my face in a good way, where I don't feel orange. Swatch the Armani. You love the FH and tried so many times. You went back and swatched the Lancome bronzers so many times because they do feel so nice. They are really finely milled, aren't they? Like in such a good way. There are others that feel creamy too. You don't need Lancome. This is true. Definitely loving the Farrah Hamidi. It's so soft. Your top bronzer of all time is Hermes. What number works for you? Because if they make a cool toned Hermes, I might lose my mind. I'm hoping that Farrah Hamidi has like opened up a door that a lot of people are going to walk through, because she sold out on Sephora. I mean, when was the last time you saw an actual real product sell out? It's been a while, hasn't it? And I mean, it's that newer niche brand, and it was still on her website and everything. No, 04 Sienna is your shade. I'm going to go swatch that one. I'm going to go take a look at it when I'm going to go into a mall. I'm hoping Felice will go with me. We'll swatch it together. I think the hardest thing to buy sight unseen, aside from foundation, which is a crapshoot, even if it's at the store, because the lighting is so bad or it's been sitting out and it's oxidized. I have noticed, you guys are going to die when I tell you this. I went to an Ulta, and there are 4 lip glosses that did not come to the US that went everywhere else this summer that we haven't seen, because one state had a problem with one of the ingredients. I have no idea. Like, our rules are so much more lax than the EU, but it didn't come here. And I went into Ulta, and there was a lip gloss that was a pearly white, exactly what I was looking for. I just wanted something very see-through, milky, with a little hint of like effervescently, sparkly. And I got it home and I opened it up, and it was friggin' pink. Like really pink. Like pink. And when I brought it back and showed it to the manager, and I was like, you gotta like put out some new testers. People are going crazy. Sephora just got restocked on the Farrah Hamidi. Oh, I'm going to get one of the darker colors. I might get 3 and 4 and then return one of them. Oh, I want to go swatching with you, Felice. Felice and I will like tape ourselves like going shopping. We'll do like a live feed. What, really, Felice? You have notifications on and didn't get one? I know. I'm sitting here right now too. I have my notifications on. Did they do all the colors as I'm opening the Sephora app? By the way, guys, as much as I love her oh, they restocked the 2. Well, one of them's already gone again. She's got Roma and Umbra. Does anybody have Roma? Number 2 isn't there. Wow, even the refill of the really dark one sold out now. So they have the 2 darkest colors in the full compact right now. Sienna looks beautiful. I got O2 Atlas and don't love the undertone. Neither did I. It looked really bad on me. Just got the notification while you were on the live, and look at this. It's like sold out already. It's telling, this is like, it reminds me of back in the days when things really sold out. Takes a long time for them to restock. The other shades were too yellow or warm. It's beautiful. That's great. Me. Oh, you have Roma, and it's on the video here on YouTube. Okay. Okay. I'm going to look at it. Roma is like Gia, but more pink tawny than red, but close. Should I get it or should I get Umbra? Like, I can't decide. I can't tell which one is like for me. Does it have like that pink, little bit of pink in there, like at all? The Roma. I got to watch some videos and really look at the color. And not on TikTok, like where they're slapping it on and they're blabbing really, really fast. I can't do that. I don't know who to trust over there. So I want you to think about what's pulling you in. And if you're in a store, like I was in a line at Sephora waiting to check out, and I'm looking at all the little stuff, which is why I got this. And I felt like what it's like when you're a mom and you're checking out at the grocery store and all the candy is there and your kids are like, they've had it. They've just done all the grocery shopping with you and you just need to get them in the car and get home. And they're having a fit over getting like a chocolate bar. There's a lot of chocolate bars to be found at Sephora when you're checking out. And I know that they're not good deals, but ooh, it's fun. If you decide to buy it, Michelle, make sure to apply it with a light hand. Roma is pigmented. Thank you. I will. With this one, I can just be like crazy with it. I love it. Farah has the swatch on her arm too. And she's wearing in the video. You're right. She does the Roma and then she shows the real light one, and they look like they're in the same family, but it's like I was saying at the beginning of all this, it's so hard to tell the difference between, like, is the undertone cool because that person has a certain tone and this is cool on them? Or is it actually, which is why finding your skin twin is so important. Hi, Molly. You didn't get the video notification. You have some drama over here tonight. I'll tell you later. You're going to go watch the replay. I was just talking about you a little while ago. It does have a slight pink in it. I'm enamored with it because of that. Okay, I'm buying it. I'm buying it. I'm just getting it. I love it. They're describing the third shade Roma as tawny tan and the fourth ombre shade as mahogany. And the girl at this is what's throwing me off, Rabbi Raz. When I messaged whoever's manning her social media for her on Instagram, and she told me that the darkest one, the mahogany, is violet undertone. Have you ever heard of that before? I thought that was such an interesting way of bringing in that blue red, right? Because that's what's going to make violet, right? It looks pinky taupe. Ooh, okay. I'm ordering it right now. I'm going to get both of them. We'll just look at them next week and then I'll return what I don't want. All right, I'm throwing them in my cart. I should just buy the refills on her website, though. I don't need another compact, do I? Maybe one. Violet is really interesting, isn't it? And I thought for dark skin tones, that was really interesting. I always watch Gloria. Do you guys watch her when she does shows you like the darkest one? This is the darkest. She's got that deep, deep, deep cocoa skin, and it also stuff that's chalky. It's chalky on a lot of people. It says they both have warm undertones. Only the first shade is described as cool. I know, Rabbi Roz, and that's a thing. Violet, interesting, right? It's definitely cool on you, but it's definitely pinky taupe and kind of looks like Chantecaille, but less red. Oh, gosh. I loved that Chantecaille. Not the lighter one, the deeper, the Goa. So good. Leans cool on olive skin. Love that. Sea Salt Waves, you need to take a look. If I don't know if I'm supposed to use your name, so I'm just saying Sea Salt Waves. Take a look at that foundation called People of the Earth. She has olive undertone in every single solitary possible foundation that you would want. And her formula is like a lot like Mob Beauty, where you can share it out with your own skincare. It's like super pigmented. Please tell me didn't restock at Sephora and you missed it again. Apparently we missed it also within like the moments that the frenzy, or maybe they didn't restock every color. We're not sure. Are we sure? You love Gloria. It did, Molly. Okay, so it did. Would not call Roma warm. Okay. That's something. Same, Heather. Ooh. All right. Will do, Michelle. Thanks for the rack. You're welcome. Love Gloria. I'm not even getting Sephora notifications. It restocked with the compact, but the refills are out of stock. Maybe I need to close this and reopen. Today's the last day to save on the moisturizers, you guys. They're 20 off if you just need like a moisturizer. I really like the M Beauty Project Extreme Cream. I think it's formulated really, really well. I'm looking at right now. There's the two darker colors in the compact is all I see. Oh my God, I never got the notification from Sephora. It says only a few left, but it won't let it add to cart. I find Sephora so frustrating so many times. And anytime I've ever called and been frustrated, their answer is always something like, let me put 500 points on your account. Like, no, that's not what I want. And I always wait for the 2,500. We've had this conversation here, I know. And Rabbi Roz, I hope you got yours because I sent you that notification when it came out. I'm looking for another one now. I'm going to be on it on Thursday because I was not on it today. It's going to come back. It's so weird. You got the Prada in stock, but that's the only thing you've gotten lately, and you don't want it to get notifications way after the shit sold out. Can I tell you what they do to the people who are trying to make money? Every time there's a sale, without fail, some sort of technical glitch will happen, and a bunch of people who are creators don't get paid. And you can ask Rebecca about it. I am on the level with you, and it is literally every sale. The other thing that I didn't realize until I was like trying to figure out how to make money. When you go and click now on some of those things that are on Instagram that are ads for Amazon, someone paid for that. And when you click it, everything in your order becomes their commission. Did you know this? You've gotten like 4 of them since, and they have some extra 500s if you spend 75 for a while now. Yeah, I don't give them any of my points until I get the $100 because I did the math. The math does not math at 500. They did have that extra 500 points thing. It was nice. I think the influencer links take you to the website, but if you open the app from their influencer loses the commission. You know, if you click on their link, if you're like on Instagram, it does go to the website because when we connect it, I have to actually type out Sephora.com so I don't get the app or I can't generate a code. So there's something about that. I know it's getting kind of late, but let me just say this. This will all be organized for you, but I really just kind of wanted to get started with it and talking about, everything is like a filter right now. We are going to be our own filters. And my filter will be different than your filter. And the filter will be different at different times of the year and for different things, depending on what we're looking for. The only thing that I want to make sure of for all of us is that everything that we buy is quality and safe. The colors can be debated. I want safety, like real sun protection or whatever. And I want things that are not going to give me a rash or an eye infection or whatever it is. And I want them to be pretty. I want to talk about like how we all were like in agreement, like, yeah, the YSL eyeshadows are it's a really nice formula. The Prada foundation is a beautiful foundation. Just like luminous silk is timeless. There are things that never change, and then things where you get a whole new. I don't think that I ever understood. I thought it was such an oxymoron. Luminous matte. This is a luminous matte for real. The Farrah Hamidi. That is a luminous matte. Like jumbo shrimp. It's just so funny to me. That excites me when there's something new that happens. And the lipstick lesbians are phenomenal about pointing that kind of stuff out. I think they're so fascinating and they know so much and they're so dialed in to the real stuff. I see them both, they're dressing better, they're getting their makeup done, losing some weight, I see all that, but I still also see them coming out and like sharing an indie, foundation of a girl that had a Korean inspired foundation that didn't give you a breakout. And they showed it and they like sold her out and gave her they gave her wings, like like we were talking about, we're not going to step on each other's crowns here. There's enough for all of us. We got to lift each other up instead of pushing each other down. One of the lipstick lesbians is a cosmetic chemist, and the other explains the science really well. One has a PhD in education, and one has a degree in, like the makeup, cosmetic chemist stuff. It is a fantastic. They're together. They're like amazing, amazing. And I love the idea as a literacy specialist, which I am, from reading and writing and listening and speaking. It's so nice to hear about beauty literacy, because I feel like at the beginning, we all kind of learned about how to apply it. Every video was like, who can make the most cut, crease, whatever. But now it's like we're assessing the makeup. We're testing the makeup. We're seeing who it's for. And some things are for some people and some things are for other people. But there's a difference between something that's for nobody. Did you see when they went and got filler and Botox in New York City? Found that so cool, and the subtle difference it made in each was so cool. No, I haven't seen that yet. I will definitely watch that. I thought they were in Europe now. Are they not? Is this from like a while ago? I'll turn it. I usually they're one of the only shorts that I'll watch because I just I believe in them. I think that they're very careful not to put anything down, but they'll point out who it's for. And I think that's going to be really important here. It was a while ago. Okay, I'm going to look at it. Got to catch up on some work, Michelle, but you watched the rest of the replay. Had a blast tonight. I did too. And I'm so glad that you were here. And it is really late. But let me just end with this. I love a good alliteration. So I came up with, we're going to become our own filter. We're going to find whether we're looking for it or not looking for it. We're going to find it. What's caught our attention? What's pulling us in? So find. Focus. What role is it playing? And what is the purpose of the product? Is it going to be a going out thing? Is it going to be an everyday thing? Is it going to solve a problem? Am I trying to cover up a circle? What is the focus of the product? Is it just pretty and you got to wear it? Because that's a good focus too. And then filter. We have to filter out the crappy stuff that's going to be in a drawer in 2 seconds and the quality stuff that we're going to reach for because it performs. So we have find, focus, filter. Then when you wear it, what do you think you do? You flaunt. You flaunt it. We want to see it. We want to know. We want you to show it to us. And the other stuff, forget. It's like 2 seconds later, the whole world is going to have new stuff. So I wanted to talk about this as beauty metacognition. We're going to think about our thinking with beauty. And as we do that, we're going to spend our dollars more wisely. We're going to lean on each other for the different skin tones and the different things that are out there. And we're going to get through this insane time of life where financial stuff is up in the air. We're all going to feel good about what we have and what we buy. And my hope is that together we can really learn how to be really intentional about what we're buying, even if the intention is to just have fun and just want it because you love it. But we're going to recognize what those needs are. And my final thoughts are you're your own CEO and CFO. You're the chief financial officer and you're operating and you're doing it all. So the decisions that you're making should be good ones, and we can all really help each other. And I hope you guys realize that you can DM me anytime. I will get on a Zoom type of thing or a FaceTime thing with anybody. Not anybody, you guys. If you ever like want to show me something, or you would like to see a swatch of something, like give me a, hey, Michelle, can you pop on and just give me, some swatches? Can we FaceTime? Can I show you something? What do you think? What am I doing here? I'm there. I'm your girl. And I thank everybody for being here tonight. It's raining. I can hear it. It actually sounds really nice right now. It's like not too hot out today. We had a really beautiful day yesterday. It was like gorgeous. But I am going to bid everyone farewell and say good night. If you are watching a good show, can you DM me what it is? Because I'm going to be looking for one very soon. And I want to watch something good. All right, let's see what these last comments are before we say adios. Got to catch up on some work. We saw that one. Got the extra 500 points with the SC Concealer Essence purchase. Yes, and tonight's the last day of 20 off. Missed the one they had a few weeks before. Good night, everyone. Thank you guys for being here. I'm sending you all so much love, and have a good week. And if you guys are up for it on Sunday, I would love to just do like, you're going to see me with my hair on top of my head. We're going to do skincare Sunday. We'll see how that works. Mwah. Thanks, Felice, for being here. Everybody be safe, be well. Sending so much love to all of you guys. I will see you all soon. Be aware this week because I want to talk about it. Good night, everybody. Sweet dreams.